Hello, my one viewer. I'm trying to pick out a lipstick. Haven't figured out which one I want to wear. I want something more pink. Do I have a single pink lipstick in here? Of course I do not. Let's see, do I have any over here? Look, my husband just walked in the door. Hey, Dawn, how's it going? Oh, I'll wear this one. Hey, Saya. Yeah, I missed our other lives for the past week. Yeah, I don't normally go live today, but stuff has happened this week, and I have to talk about it. I don't want to ruin the vibe on Friday with my negative self. So we will be negative today. Um, is there some stuff that's happened? This has been one heck of a week, guys. Hey, Saya. Hey, Dawn. I think it's just a few of us on here. So, I needed to talk to y'all about because this has been eating at me. Um, yes, I have a cute shirt on. Thank you. I got from Walmart. I wore it yesterday for film a video, and then this morning I just threw it on, wore it again, and because I didn't wear it, I only wore it yesterday for a video, and then because I was actually in my pajamas and said, "Oh, change out of my pajamas to do a video," and then I did the video and then changed right back into my pajamas. So yeah, and this one was on clearance. It was like $7. I was like, woohoo, I'll go with that. So since Watson has passed, it's been a week. Tomorrow is 1 week. Wear them with my LV bags. Um, so in the week that Watson has passed, I've been offered two dogs. Each of them are Frenchies. Each of them involves a rehoming fee. Now, I have always publicly said outright that I don't buy dogs. I adopt dogs. I go to rescue shelters. I go to every dog we've had has gone through a rescue or a shelter or like the Humane Society or ASPC or was it Animals? I can't remember the acronym. Anyway, it's gone through an organizational institution to place dogs. And both the Frenchies that were offered to me this past week, and mind you, I just lost Watson unexpectedly, without any warning, very quickly with a sudden $2,000 bill, right? So I did a GoFundMe happened, and I'm a little ambivalent to do it because it's hard to ask for help, and then it makes you accountable, right? So people are donating money to help me pay for a medical expense. And then I get offered these two designer dogs, essentially, with rehoming fees that are like $1,000 for one, and the other one was $1,500. Completely reasonable rehoming fees for the breed and type of dog that they are. I'm not saying these dogs aren't worth the rehoming fee. I'm just saying, and I said this to the people offering it to me too after much conflict, because I fell in love. I fell in love. I feel like I've lost two dogs I never even had, because I wanted to go rescue this dog. This dog needed a home. It's an older dog. They both were. Um, both of them needed homes, but both of their owners wanted a rehoming fee. I'm like, I guess, and it was a very high rehoming fee. Um, Rehoming fee is another polite term, Saya, that people use instead of saying, I'm selling you my dog. So these are individuals that own a dog that say, well, I no longer wish to have this dog, but I have a designer dog. And if you would like this dog, hey, Craig, if you would like this dog, there's a rehoming fee. And so far, both Frenchies I was offered were one was 1,000, and I'd have to get it in Utah. The other one was 1,500, and I'd have to go get in Florida. And they're both rehoming fees. Um, hey, Craig, it's okay. I just have to talk about this or I will not be able to sleep. I've been this upset over this for days. I've been heartbroken over and over and over. I was committed to get this other dog. I wanted it. I talked to James about it. I said, I know it's too soon, but we would not be getting the one in Florida until September. I said, I really want this dog. I think we could do this. And if the dog needs a home, I flat out said I don't buy dogs. And I know they have to recoup the cost because they bought the dog, you know. Frenchies and designer dogs are expensive. They're not cheap, none of them. And so here's the other thing I'm talking about. Like, two of my friends that I know personally in my local area, four of them, all four of them have all bought dogs. Literally through breeders, all designer, all expensive. Three of them were golden doodles. All three families bought from the same litter. And then my current friend, my bestie Sharon, bought two purebred Yorkies with papers, and these are recessive gene. It's okay. So anyway, I have these friends. They've all spent a lot of money. I mean, thousands of dollars to get these beautiful dogs, and they had them for specific reasons. If you want a Yorkie, you have to go find a Yorkie breeder, you know. And if you want a golden doodle, that's a purebred doodle with a purebred golden retriever mixed, and it becomes a designer dog, right? So anyhow, and they have, for whatever reason, they all have these dogs, and that and I don't have a problem with anybody purchasing dogs through breeders. I do have a problem when people want to rehome a dog for whatever reason. This dog doesn't work out for them, or they've purchased a dog and it's not working. So they want to rehome it, and they said, "Well, you can have this dog, but you have to give me XY dollars," and they call it a rehoming fee. And I said, "I don't buy dogs," and I even would go up to the same amount of money that the rescue services charge. So if you go to our local dog shelter, like in the county dog shelter, the adoption fee is $40. If you go to the Austin Pets Alive, which is a huge organization, the adoption fee is about $175. If you go to the rescue center that I got Milo and Watson, it ranges between $250 to $450, right? If you go to the English Bulldog Rescue, which is what we had gone through before, because we were looking to rescue an English Bulldog, their adoption fee is $800. Okay, so this comes in a huge amount of ranges, huge ranges. Um, Frenchie Fever says, "I have two Frenchies. They are high maintenance, not worth it for me." But they're so freaking cute. Donuts to have to pay that much a rehoming fee. Aren't they just paying for their, you're paying for their dog for their mistake, essentially, because for whatever reason, that dog isn't working out for them. And they said, "If you want the dog, sure, you can have it for this discounted rate," because they paid more for those dogs. Craig says, "I've always gotten my animals from breeders. It's costly, but they know exactly what I'm getting, and rehoming fee for thousands is BS. Just say." Dawn says, "Jackie, why don't they want the dogs?" Dawn says, "Agree to Craig." Brian says, "Yes, but they don't want trash showing up for an expensive dog that maybe they have person sells the dog that makes a profit. They just want to try and make sure the dog goes to a good home." I agree, Brian. And I don't have a problem for a rehoming fee or an adoption fee. I really don't. What I have a problem is I just lost my dog a week ago, and two people have offered me dogs that I really, really want, and then told me outright that they're going to cost me this much money. And I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for emotionally to say, "I really want this dog." And ethically, James and I have both always gone with going for a rescue. We've always been the person to go for the dog that needs a home. We're okay with not the perfect dog. We're okay with health issues. We're okay with an older dog. We don't need a puppy. We don't need a specific breed. We wanted to open our home up and rescue a lost soul who needs a home because our county is overrun with dogs. And I am a little angry, with what's happened. How much would it cost for you to buy a puppy, not a rescue, if the breed you want? That's the thing, Dawn. I don't have the breed I want, and I've never gone out and say I must have this dog, this breed, this type. If we go look for a pug, they might be $1,000. I don't know. I know I mean, without papers, I know that Yorkies, my French Yorkies, were $3,500 each. I know that the average Frenchie, mostly they start at $5,000. There's a English bulldogs are the same way. But it's like there's so many free dogs. There's so many dogs out there that just need a home. It's like I don't need that, and that's my problem. Like, I'm not looking for a specific dog. We've never looked for a specific dog other than the English Bulldog. We were looking for an English Bulldog at a rescue to rescue one. We didn't want a puppy. We just wanted to rescue a dog. His grandfather used to have English Bulldogs, and so let's go look at English Bulldogs, and that was at it was $800 adoption fee. We were okay with that. The interview process was so intense for the English Bulldogs. We didn't pass. Like, really, literally, we didn't pass the interview process. We went through 2 interviews. There was a 3rd interview. We never went past the 2nd interview because they have to do a in-home inspection. They have to interview and research your vet. This is how serious this bulldog rescue was, because bulldogs are notorious for huge medical issues. Dawn says, I think, Jackie, that the right dog comes to you and you know your heart will know. I want your heart to be a little bit of time. Exactly, Dawn. I'm like, this is too soon. And even if we'd gotten the Frenchie in Florida versus the one that's in Utah, we would have not gotten that one until September, middle of September. So there would have been enough time. 2 months was the only time we've had without a dog. And but the issue comes across with judgment here, guys. Judgment. So I had told the person in the person in Utah is going through a middleman. The person in Florida I was actually talking to, and I said, and I don't. Here, I'm dead serious. I have nothing against breeders. I have nothing against the fee she wanted for her dog. Nothing. It is perfectly appropriate fee for that dog. Actually, it was a generous discount. I just can't do it. I can't go ask people for money to help me pay for Watson's emergency vet bills. I mean, it was $500 for the first diagnostic. It was $1,500 for the second set of diagnostics, and his cremation is $275. And then go and say, oh, thank you for giving me this money to help Mr. Watson. That, by the way, there's no measure of accountability. People donated that money in good faith, and in good faith, I will be using it to pay my bill. But I don't have to. I could use that for anything. But I'm not that person, right? I'm going to say, hey, look, this is what I'm using it for. But because I put myself out there on Front Street, I have to be accountable. And I says, I can't in good conscience say, even if I could make $1,500 a year for me to buy the Frenchie in Florida, I can't just go out here and say, by the way, thank you for donating so I could pay this emergency bill, but now I'm going to spend $1,500 on a designer dog. I can't do that. That's not me, and then the judgment that comes with that. We're like, well, I can't afford a week in Florida on, to Disney. So I wanted to do a little explaining, Lucy, let's explain. So my trip to Florida is, and you guys know this, most people who actually watch my channel, join my lives, y'all know this, but there's some people who just don't. So, when I joined the Disney the Disney Vacation Club, we took a second mortgage out to buy that membership, and we pay a monthly fee for the condo fees, essentially, is what it's like. It's a timeshare. And 3 years ago or 2 years ago, before we bought the membership, we had talked to our friends, like, hey, friends, if we do this, will you go with us to Disney? And they said, yeah, we'll go with you. These are those friends. 2 years later, we are finally going to Disney on this vacation with 2 other families. So it's 3 families, myself, James, and they're both of their families and their children. And this is how much of a commitment this trip has been that's coming up in September is. It's 2 years and a bit of points. So if you know anything about timeshares, it's a point system, a point allotment. So per year, we get so many points. To get this particular room, to get this particular week, we have spent 2 years of points. So we had banked a year, used this entire year, this current year, and then borrowed from next year. That's how much this trip costs. So if you just look at the condo fees, that's 2 years of condo fees for 1 week. It's a lot of money. It's a huge commitment. It's such a big commitment. We've done this with our friends, and our friends have committed to doing this, that my youngest sister is getting married the week before our vacation in September, and I had to tell her I can't go because I can't go to Denmark for her wedding and then that next week go to Disney for a week, and I can't cancel. And that's how far out we have planned this trip in September. Like, unless we are dying and something has happened, there's no canceling this trip. You know, our work knows, everybody knows. Our friends were caravanning. It is with 2 families. It is very involved. And actually, it's 3 families if you include my family. So then I get the judgment of saying, well, you're taking a trip to Disney. I'm like, yes, that we've been paying on and planning on for years. Like, literally years. And then I get the judgment of, well, can't you buy handbags? Like, yes, but how many of my handbags cost $1,500 that I personally spent? I don't even know if I have one. I have one. I have one bag I spent $1,500 on, and it was after my father. No, this is the one I used when I liquidated my 401k for my first job to put $30,000 of improvement onto my mother-in-law's property. I used $1,500 out of that and bought a bag. So, because I put myself out on Front Street, I tell everybody, it's like, look, I'm pretty detailed. I'm pretty like, if you guys pay attention to my lives and my videos, you know exactly how much money I've spent. I tell you down to the penny. If you're counting, you know. So it's like, it just drives me nuts that people are like, they're upset because I asked for people for help for a vet bill. The people who donated good faith, and I in good faith am I going to be accountable for that. I am not going to say, no, I misused this money and I went and bought another dog. No, I'm going to use this to pay off the vet bill. And no, I owe nobody an explanation. But because I am on YouTube, because I do share everything. Hey, James, in the back of our car is my bag from, yeah, I know, Jen posted that, but it's my bag from Sharon. Can you bring that in? I want to show them. And then can you put gas in that car? You the person I was gonna get the dog from, Dawn. You know. And I don't get me wrong, I understand why she's upset. I am not saying her dog isn't worth it. Her dog is worth it. Her dog is a champion. Her dog is amazing. I love that dog. I'm mourning the fact I don't get that dog. But that dog will find another home because he's awesome. There's 100 other dogs in my own county that are all needing homes, that don't have a home. And we can give one a home or 2. And we don't have to get. But the thing is, it's only been a week, and I've had actually 3 people offer me dogs. 2 of them have been Frenchies, 2 of them have been Shepherds. I've been offered 2 French bulldogs, and I've been offered 2 Shepherds because people are like, "Oh, you've lost both of your dogs in 1 year. You must need another dog. Here, take this one." I'm like, that's awesome. And my heartstring is like, oh, there's a hole in my heart where Watson and Milo used to be. So I want to say, let me take your dog because yes, I can give them a home. And then, but at the same time, I know it's too soon. You're being too rash. Don't do it because you're not even over the loss of Milo. Hey, Linda S. So let me show you the one bag I have that I spent $1,500 on. Personally, the most money I've ever spent on any single item, other than a piece of jewelry, and I think this is about on par. I think my wedding ring cost more than this, so I think that's it. Dawn, Jackie, you don't owe any information. Who wants to buy, especially a person who wants to buy their dog? Yeah. Yeah, there is for and here's the thing. Again, I'm not saying these dogs aren't worth it. I'm just saying I can't do it. And then the backlash I get is, well, you buy bags and you go on vacation. And I'm like, yes. And because I go on vacations and have dogs and things I can't cancel, I can't just go and spend $1,500 I don't have on a dog right now. you know. Plus, you know that he'll provide a wonderful home. Oh yeah, I know we'll get another dog. We will. I'm going through the angry phase of grief apparently. So this is the bag I spent $1,500 for. Whatever you do, don't feel guilty about taking others' dogs. I know. Oh yeah, Milo and Watson. I know James has dealt with this more than I have. He's had dogs his entire life in childhood, and my first dog came when I met James. So having a dog for me is kind of um a new thing. So yes, this is my one super fancy, other than the like my Pachette Matisse and the Chanel and the Gucci and all those bags. Those were gifts. I didn't buy them. This one I bought. This one I bought. This one I took money out of my 401k and when I dissolved it and I bought this. So it had gone to my friend. We had done a trade, and I asked her. It was my bag of regret. I've only regretted 2 bags, and I was able to buy one back. This one I offered. I asked if we could trade back, and she said, Jackie, no, it's fine. You know what? I'm just gonna give it back to you. I don't want our friendship, a bag to come between us. I'm like, a bag's not coming between us. I should have never asked. Anyway, she did. She gave me the bag back, and I gave her some jewelry, not the same thing she gave me, but anyway, the girl the girl in the pug next door. Ooh, I love that bag. My first time commenting live has finally figured out how to do it. Yay! And I love your name, although it's a really long name. Um, I like to shape. What are you doing on your vacation has nothing to do with taking. Oh, but see, that's the thing. But that's the judgment you get, especially when you talk to people about your struggles. If you talk to people about your issues, you talk to people about finances. You can look around me, and people will say, "Well, you keep buying bags, you keep buying perfume, you keep doing this. You should save your money. You should invest." When you put yourself out to the public, like YouTube, people will say what they want to say, and they will feel how they feel. And that is how they feel. I can't change that. I'm just angry about it because I'm heartbroken. You know, I'm heartbroken. I wanted that dog. I wanted Finn. I thought he was amazing, but I can't, and it comes down to the fact of like, how in the heck can I tell people, hey, I need help for this bill for $2,000, which I do, and then spend $1,500 on a dog? I can't do it. I literally can't do it. And no, I don't have to tell people. I can say, "Hey, I got this dog for free and it's awesome." But I can't I cannot do it. And I don't have time to raise the money. I could do another GoFundMe. I could do a lot of things. I could sell half my collection to try to get this dog. But I don't feel like I should have to do that when I'm still struggling to pay off Watson's medical bills. We're still paying off Milo's medical bills. As I said, this year, losing 2 dogs, we have spent over $4,000 in medical bills for our dogs. I'm a state worker. My income is public. Anybody can find it. You know, this is why I'm not afraid to go on YouTube. It's like my whole life is public. You know, as a state employee, my income is registered with the state, and it's written in the dang newspaper. You know, so I mean, seriously, I have people in my office who religiously look up everybody's income to make sure who got a raise and who didn't, because that's what they do for fun. I don't do that for fun. I don't care what other people are making. I care what I'm making. I work in a job I love to do. So it has been a really rough week, and emotionally, mentally, it has been horrible. I have had one of the worst weeks, like emotionally, one of the worst weeks. I came home Wednesday after half a day of work because I couldn't function. I came home, I didn't want to function. I could barely survive it. Came home, went to bed at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. hmm The only thing that you can ask, you please take the time. Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna run out and get another dog, guys. I'm not. If I do, the soonest I get another dog will be in September. It will not be tomorrow. It will not be this weekend. I don't care how. I know that is, even if emotionally I am having a hard time, I know that intellectually that is, um, a knee-jerk reaction and a mistake, because pets are a lifelong commitment. Their life, you know, their life. I'm not going to be that person who says, "Oh, I made a mistake and I need to rehome my dog." No, 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 no. When you take a dog in, you take a dog in for the lifetime of that dog, whether it is 2 years or 20, you know. It's hard enough to make those decisions, when they are at the point where it's a quality of life issue, and you're at the point where you're having to decide issues of cancer. I mean, I told you, my coworker spent $16,000 trying to save their dog, you know? They did everything they could. I would have done everything I could have to save Watson. I don't care how much money it would have cost, because he was our friend and he was our buddy, and it's his soul, like his life. I would have done anything, you know? And I'll do that for any dog I get. Whether I got it for free because somebody dumped it, because that happens, or I got it for $5, you know, or I don't care if I spent, it doesn't matter how much the dog costs. It's a living being, you know. Dawn says your decision is as crucial, and that is not just a decision for you and those decisions that making for the dog that you, yeah, exactly. It's important. That's why I know that I won't just do another working dog, because our life, because we're not home enough, it's not fair to the dog. It's not fair to have a working dog or a shepherd or a collie. When we were younger and we were home more and we did more, that made sense. Now that we're older and we're not home as much as I used to be, because when we worked for like 10 minutes away from the office, I could come home all the time. It was super easy. I could even come home for lunch. It was great. And it was great for the dogs. But now that we're much further away. We are literally away from home 10 to 11 hours. We can't have a dog that needs a lot of interaction, activity, and attention. Like working dogs, agility dogs, they need activity and mental stimulation. If you don't give to them, they will find it. They will find it. And we don't do yard dogs. We don't do that. We work so our dogs can have the life we only wish we could have. um, Yeah, I know I don't owe anybody an explanation, but I had to get this out. I had to talk about it because I'm so upset about the judgment. And normally judgment doesn't bother me, but this is judgment because I've asked people for money. 21 people donated money. These 21 people helped me. And I feel like, okay, I have to talk about this because there's no way in good conscience I could say, thank you for helping me pay for this one vet bill. Now I'm going to buy a designer dog for $1,500. When everybody knows you can go to the pound, and our pound specifically, it's a $40 adoption fee, you know, for any dog that they have, you know. So, you know, it's just like, I see you and James with the house full of dogs. Well, James is the primary caregiver. He's the reason why dogs survive in our home. I give them the love. He does all the maintenance. Um, so it's very, very important that we get something that we both like, and you know, it will happen when it happens, you know. But it's just I was so frustrated with. I didn't expect, once I did the explanation I gave, because again, I'm very firm on this. I'm not discounting the need for breeders. Purebred dogs are just having those types of dogs available. Somebody has to do that, you know. I don't have a problem with breeders. I don't have a problem, but I personally, we do rescues. There's too many dogs. Like I'm telling you, Dan, 6.5 year old, purebred, Great Dane, owner surrendered because of his medical issues. This happens all the time. There's dogs out there that have, people get them as puppies, or their life changes, or they move, or something happens, and we have friends who have horses. Do you know horses can live 30 years? Not People don't know that, because a lot of my friend has horses, and she goes, and then when her last set of horses died, she said, I can't get any more horses because at my age, they will outlive me and I don't have children. That's what you do when you have pets. When my father decided to get an African, double-breasted African, was it yellow-breasted parrot? I can't remember. Yellow-breasted parrot? Amazonian. They live 150 years. He was midlife. So he asked my twin, like, "Hey, Jen, if I get this parrot, will you take care of the parrot?" She said yes. before my dad passed, when he was getting older to take care of his parrot, my sister said she couldn't take the parrot because now she had children and she had cats. And I said, no, 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 you promised Dad you'd take that parrot. You can't just back out now. Well, she found a rescue organization that could take the parrot, which is fine. At least she found the parrot a home and he was in good condition, good health. He was doing very well. He's probably very happy wherever he's at. But the point is, you can't just do that. You can't just say, "Oh no, let me not think about this." You know? Um, they are Jackie and they grow to love them as our children. Oh, totally. My daughter spent over 6K. Yep, you do. Some people do. It's okay. Lots of people got dogs during the pandemic and now shelters are full. Yeah, exactly. Brenna, Jack, y'all, I'm just coming in, but I don't. Someone ask you, how could they give you help? You just don't post it in front of me on your own. Yeah, I know, Brenna. I know I was asked to, and people wanted to help because people know Watson. And I said, yes, thank you for helping me. I mean it. Like, thank you. I really, really mean it. It's humbling to have to ask. It's humbling to have to say, this is my responsibility, this is my pet, this is my friend, and I have to, come up with, and we put it on a care credit card, so it's not like, I mean, our house isn't going to be repossessed or anything. I mean, we're okay, but it really helps a lot. And I really appreciate it. And people ask to help, but then I get judgment for having a GoFundMe. It's like, oh, really? Of all the things on the internet I thought I would be judged for, this was not it. Oh, this is seriously not it. And I know people are saying, well, you're talking to your friends. These are your subscribers. This is, the course they're going to back you. Like, it doesn't matter, guys. At the end of the day, both of those dogs will find homes. They are purebred French bulldogs. They're in high demand. They're wonderful dogs. They're fine. I'm worried about at some point the dogs. I always, I get sad about the dogs I can't adopt. This is why I can't foster. This is why I can't work in a shelter. This is why I can't volunteer. This is why James won't let me answer the door or talk to Girl Scouts or any of this or talk to vendors who make their own products because poor soft-hearted Jackie, I was like, oh, sure, I'll buy your magazine that I don't want. Or sure, I'll buy your popcorn. What I've learned to do is just give them the money. Don't give them your information. Say, no, I don't need, I don't need anything. Here's $20. Use this for your, Cub Scouts, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, whatever you're funding. Have a great day. Whatever thing you're selling at school, here's $20. I don't need the wrapping paper, whatever. And that's when they can get to me. Because James is like, um, how are you saying that you feel like you owe these people how to people an explanation of how you spent the money. Well, no, I feel accountable. I feel accountable that they've donated this money for Watson, that I want to tell you that I have used this money for Watson. And I don't, if I'm asking for money to help pay for a bill, Dawn, especially for Watson, I'm not going to go around and say, all of a sudden now I have $1,500 to spend on this designer dog. I can't do that. You know? I feel like it would be like, oh, it's I know some people say it's just semantics. It's just like it's not the same thing, but to me it's like it's kind of the same thing to me. Sorry for the typos. Um, yeah, I know. I know this is why I went live today and not on. I'm going live again tomorrow, but tomorrow will be a happy live about bags and stuff. I needed to get this out so I could talk about it without people. I mean, if the whole group of people on, I know people are going to be angry for me because it's like, why would they do this to you? You just lost your dog. Why would they? People do things. I don't know. I spent $2,500 trying to save our ferret. Wow, Donna. Okay, I didn't know things could happen to ferrets. What happened to your ferret? Our Frenchie grabbed a bird and it cost us $1,800 to save the bird. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The pug next door, those 21 people you gave money to for vet expenses don't buy the right. Oh no. I don't think they're judging me. I'm not saying those people are judging me. I'm saying I feel like I owe them an explanation of how their donations are being used because it's a donation of good faith. And in good faith, I'm going to tell you, yes, I used this for Mr. Watson and we paid this. And then I can't just go around and say, oh, in the next month I spent $1,500 on this other dog. I can't do that. Nobody would judge me who donated it, but I judge me. I am the person who has to live with myself. Nobody else does. I have to live with my own moral compass, and my own moral compass is I cannot ask for money to help for one bill to then go spend $1,500 on another dog. I can't do that. You know. Um, Dang, late to live. Oh yeah, it's pretty spicy, Native. You guys are awesome. I love you. Spend so much money on your pets. Yeah, because I mean they're your families. Oh, I did not know ferrets get cancer really easy, Donna. I had no idea. We're not, well, I'm not sure about Lockhart, but oops, well, I just tell you all where I lived. Well, when I lived in San Antonio, um, ferrets weren't allowed. You weren't allowed to keep ferrets in the city. Um, but people didn't tell people, you know. Oh, so good about never missing a. Well, I actually do text Native. I do text Chris. I'm like, because I know if I don't, he'll get a little grumpy at me. Like, why didn't you tell me you were going live? Oh, I understand. That makes sense. I get that. Yeah, thank you, girl with the pug. Um, the girl with the pug next door. I really love your name. Just watch to stop and say hi. Hey, Coralina, and to be back tomorrow and to watch your live, spending everyone love. Sandy, I love how you and Jeeves love your dogs. Oh man, they're children to us. They are. Alyssa, oh Alyssa, I've done something different with your necklace. So I took your necklace and look what I did to it. I took the charms off and put it on my charm bracelet with the same loop you gave me. So I put the charm here and then I still have this. I'm trying to think of how to put it on this bracelet to put the green and the gold together, but it was so cool. I'm like, just gonna see if that would work because I have a charm bracelet I've just recently started wearing again. So I put the green emeralds over here. Isn't that pretty? So, oh, and guys, if you haven't seen Alyssa's luho.co, she has a website where she has jewelry, and Jolie's Simple Opinion just got her first bracelet. It's so pretty. Yeah, yeah. No, so anyway, yeah, I'm trying to come down my ranting because it's sweet. It's really I'm having a hard time working. I'm having a hard time focusing. It's just I come home and he's not there, you know? It's just rough, you know? And tomorrow's my 1 week. But I want to do something fun, not just rant about the State of the Union. Jackie. Oh, yes, the Chanel denim. Let me show you. Where did I put here it is. This is my bag of the day. This bag is phenomenal. Now I'm gonna have to do a heart to heart with Naomi because I love her upcycled dust bag bags and I love her inspired reimagined bags. What I do not love is this. I don't want a replica. I want a look. I don't need it to say this. This I want to take off. And that's why when I ordered this, I asked her not to put the Chanel letters on here because I don't want it's not I don't want a bag trying to be Chanel. I want a bag that looks like the design with because Steve Madden has a design out right now that looks just like this. You know, it's just a design. I like the design and I love the look and the style, and her craftsmanship is phenomenal. I mean, really, the quality of this sewing is amazing. To get these points the way she has these points, guys, it's not that easy to do. You have to, very precise sewing, beautiful textiles, love, and it's so comfortable to wear. This bag is awesome. I get why people like it. Hey, Cammy, I get why people like it, but I wanted it without the Chanel letters because I don't want it to say Chanel. I don't think it has to say Chanel. Hey, Ravi, I think it just has to look like the 22 without. I would rather like her to make this bag and put Naomi on it. I really would. I'd rather carry a bag made by Naomi that says Naomi because I think they're awesome. Yeah, I want this. This bag is awesome, Linda. I'd say get it. I am on it. No buy after just buying a Lacoste tote. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Cammy. I love that. I love that. So I have two boxes here. I'm gonna open one of them because it's Craig's fault. And the other one, I don't know what that one was about. But is this Craig's fault or is the other one Craig's fault? I think it's this one. Um, well, this one came from Minnesota. Oh yeah, this is Craig's fault. You sold your 22 last week? Seriously, Craig? I love the 22. Why did you sell your 22? Don't do something if you're not. It's awesome. Thank you. Don't be something you're not. Yeah. Why didn't you sell it to me, Mrs. Dawn? I did. I wasn't using it enough to matter to me. Who did you sell it? Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Text me later. I want to know the details. You know, because I love me some Chanel. How is it that your family members didn't get that out of you first? You know, considering your mother just bought that jumbo. No, not jumbo. You said classic, but you didn't say it was a jumbo. Was it a jumbo? I so anyway, this order is Craig's fault. I wasn't gonna buy it. I really wasn't. And then I thought about it, and then I set an offer in, and then they said yes. And I'm like, well, dang it. Look, it's okay, Jackie. I think that you have really, really earned the right to rant and rave and speak your mind. We are here for you. Thank you, Dawn. Yeah, I know. I might get hate. It's okay. Put the comments down. You know, it's okay. Dawn, I'm sorry. I didn't think about it, and my neighbor saw it and said, I want one, so I sold it to her. Oh, that's so sweet. See, you are such a wonderful guy. That is the nicest thing ever. Um, so it's yeah, this is the right one. It was packed extremely. Oh no, this is the wrong one. This is okay. We'll have two unboxings today. Will we unbox tomorrow? Oh, but this is. I have to open these both today. So they both. Jay, did you check the mail by chance? Okay. Are you gonna go get your mom's stuff? Oh, she didn't tell you? Oh, well. I see how that. If this is, I did it again. This persimmon, I think, but it's an odd color. It's not pink. It's not orange. It's So this one was not Craig's fault. The next box is. But this is kind of Craig's fault. Okay, because Craig told me, Jackie, you really need to buy a burrow bag, which started me down this path of no return. It's melon. Okay, melon. That's a much better colorway. I think melon. Melon's much better than. And this is the one that. Oh, actually, this does have zippers. Weird. Wait, no, no. This has magnets and zippers. Huh. Oh no, this is okay. So this is the magnet one that he doesn't like. This is the version Craig doesn't like. So it has magnets. The zippers you see are just inner pockets. So like the other burrows have zippered zippers on the top. So these magnets are very weak. They really don't stay closed. They're kind of like for show. They don't work. No worky. So that's why he doesn't like this one. But I was like, I want to try it because you know me. It's like, why not? I put everything in a pouch anyway. Three magnets and two zippers make five burrows on the yeah. So this is not his favorite configuration, size, color, or anything because he prefers the larger size and the zippers. But my collection needed it. Okay, I needed this bag. That's a bold-faced lie. I did not need this bag. I wanted this bag. So that was really wrapped well. Now you'll understand why I thought it was the other bag. This box, guys, is ginormous. Let me show you this other box, which is why I thought. No, this one is definitely Craig's fault because by and it's in this weird bed short comfy pets box, but it's not. Oh, this is literally his fault. He showed me the listing. He said, Jackie, you need this. And I said, but, and then I said, and then I slept on it. I'm like, well, maybe somebody else will buy it. And then the next day, nobody else bought it. And then I put a bid in, not a bid, like an offer in, and they said, we'll sell it. We'll take it for that much. I'm like, Okay, fine. When James is crying over the credit card bill this month, and he will be, it's because of this. All of this whole month. Um, Anybody shocked or surprised? No, I didn't think so. So this bag is a big bag, guys. So I was like, it has to be in that bigger box. I am so happy I listened to him. Craig, I'm so happy I listened to you on this one. You're like, Jackie, you really need this. I'm like, no, I don't need this. This is the Mercy tote, guys. Or Mercy. Mercy? Mercy or Mercy? Mercy. Is it Mercy? Mercy. Mercy? That should make people understand what the five boroughs and well, I do just because I did city planning and New York is that city we talk about in city planning. But yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, I can't name them anymore, but Marcy, the Marcy tote, Marcy. So this has the this coat. This is a currently sold model. They still make the Marcy tote. They make the Marcy tote and they make the Hannah tote. They're the two. The Hannah tote is the Saffiano leather type, and this is the smooth leather type. So it has a split compartment. It has a shoulder strap right there. The center zip compartment. These retail for $7.50. This is what they made after they made the Newberry. So this bag normally retails for $4.50. And I got this bag for, well, let me go over to the application that replaces my brain because it knows all things. So this bag I was able to purchase. I do have another thing in the post box. Um, yeah, even I can't believe they sold this to me for this much. And guys, this is just on Mercari. So it's not like I'm not gatekeeping anything when it comes to this. It literally was there for anybody to purchase it. I just happened to be the person that purchased it. Hey, Katie. Um, yeah, so it's the purchase price that they agreed on, and I offered them this price, and they said yes. I thought they would never take this price, $41. But because it's Mercari, there is a delivery, $7.99, which is discounted. Service fee, $3.28. Now, that service fee goes to Mercari for just existing. The payment processing fee is $2.14, and the taxes are $4.26. So my all-in purchase price was $58.67 for a bag that's $450 because it's a maroon. Now I know it's showing more chocolate, but it's actually a maroon. It's my screen. It's showing it to be more chocolate brown. So it's very beautiful. Very beautiful. Yeah. Hi there. Hey, Jeanette. Yeah, I'm not kidding, Katie. I'm not kidding, Brenna. It's seriously $41. So my all-in purchase price is $60, $58.67. And came from Mercari secondhand. There's not a mark on it. That's just from the dust bag. It has the original dust bag. Yeah, no marks, no nothing. It's perfect. I think this is one of those, hey, Mom, here's a gift. Mom never used it and they just sold it, or someone's aunt or something. Because guys, Craig found it for me. He found it. He says, Jackie, you need this bag. And I had this in black. Black with the red interior. That's the bag I gave my friend, Sharon. She has that bag. I gave it to her for Christmas or her birthday. And then I missed it, but I wasn't gonna not buy it. And the other one that was for sale that came from Goodwill that we found, actually Melissa's corner bought. She has it in black with the red interior. But this is a maroon with the brown interior, which is way more my color speed because man, I love this colorway. So yeah, this is the bag. And then this one, I'll show you how much I bought this one. This one I think cost just as much and is more beat up. This one might have actually cost more, to be honest. Let's take a look. So let's see details. No, this was not more. Okay, they call this Longaberry. Longaberry color. Born of Queens of So this one was $34 for the purchase. $7.99 for delivery, service fee $2.72, payment processing fee was $1.90, taxes was $3.64, and the paid total was $50.25. So this was $50. The other one was $58. So both bags were $110. Ish. Um, oh, lambskin. I can believe it. This is soft, guys. So there's some wear on this, but nothing unexpected. Nothing. I mean, this is a great bag. I have to tell you that out of Coach, when it comes to their boutique line, which is regular retail, the Burrow is my favorite out of all the Coach I've ever purchased, and the Rowan, which is their outlet style. So, and they don't even make this anymore. And the current Burrow, I've touched it. The current Burrow does not even hold water to this. Now, I know a lot of people have the current Burrow, but if you've touched the current Burrow and you compare it to this, which is 10 years older, the current one is not even. It's as soon as I picked it up, the new one from store, as soon as I touched it, I put it right back on the shelf. The leather's dry. And that's just low quality leather, quick production problems. Let me rate this real quick. I don't want to. So the way Mercari works is you have to get the item and then you have to accept the item and say, yeah, I got it. You rate them. You say, yeah, I got the back. I got the box. I got everything. Everything's awesome. Say something nice like awesome, which is what I'm doing. And then you say send. You say done. And that releases the money to them because and it says, oh, your sales are final. This is the only opportunity you have when you rate them if you have an issue with an item, if it's like the wrong thing or whatever, um, to dispute it with Mercari. And I like to say thank you when I buy things because they don't have to sell it to me. They chose to. Mm, And you say thank you. So that's what I did. So that's done with those two bags. And I wanted to show you guys this bag a little bit more. I've showed this once before in one of my Louis Vuitton videos, but then I never showed it again because my mother wanted it. So I knew I'd give it to my mother. So I didn't want to give it to my mother. So I traded it with my friend and then I missed it. And only two bags in my entire collection have I ever gotten rid of where I either bought it back or got it back. These are the two. So one is the duck bag right there. I bought that one again because I traded the first one and I really still wanted it, so I went and found it again. And this one I traded to my friend Sharon, and luckily she was able to give me back this name. I think this is called the Phoenix. It's the Phoenix colorway, and I can't remember the name. It's something with an M, but this is the way it looks on the inside. Let me see if I have paper in here. And the thing is, this bag honestly is too small for her because this bag is the size. Yeah, I do have the paperwork. So this is the paperwork. I bought this from a consignment friend. So this thing is called, let me, now that I'm looking at it, it's making me laugh. Let me type it into the chats because it's French, guys. It's French. So this thing is called the let's see. So when this bag was originally purchased, and it was purchased 2016, and it was purchased in, does it say where it was purchased? It does not. I think it was purchased. No, it doesn't say. But this was purchased for $2,100 in 2016. This is the oh, here it is. It was purchased in Las Vegas. It says so on the back. So this bag, they had it in red, they had it in blue, they had it in yellow, but I really like yellow, and my mother really likes yellow. Now that this bag is back in my collection, this is James's favorite bag, next to my Disney Cusco bag. So this has always been James's favorite bag. So when I was going to sell this bag, I said, or trade it away. I actually was going to sell it, but I just traded it away. Actually, at first, she was just going to keep it in her house so my mother wouldn't see it, because if my mother saw it, I would give it to her. So I knew I would. So I said, hey, why don't we just trade? So we traded, but then I got sad and I missed it. And then she said, Jackie, I'll give it back to you. And then I give her bags and stuff all the time, but nothing of this equal value. I don't have another $1,500 bag to give her. Yeah, it's going back in the inner sanctum. It's gonna go hang out with its new buddy Chanel. And so yeah, this is one of I've only used it like once or twice because it's such a I was nervous to use it. This was I bought this in I don't remember when I bought this a while ago. It was the first LV bag I bought. Is this one, other than the one I bought for my cousin, which I bought as a gift, so that really doesn't count. It's the first one I ever bought myself, and it was pre-loved. They're all pre-loved. I've never the only one I ever bought from boutique actually went to my cousin. So anyway, that's all the drama. It has been a lot of drama. It's been really mental health is no joke. It's been I told James, like, I don't even know how to get out of this spiral, and I know that going to go get another dog is not the answer. But I just needed to talk about it because it was really bothering me. And James is actually doing pretty well. He's been training for 3 days. He's exhausted. And we all grieve differently. I think I'm right now in the angry phase. Not so much that wants to die, I'm still just sad he died. Oh, okay. My brother lived in Forest Hill for about 10 years. I go to a restaurant called Mateo's off of Cross. That's nice. That sounds good. Yeah. Fresh Meadows. Oh, hey, Deborah. I think I must have missed somebody. So yeah, it's in Maya. Oh, yeah, impulse control. Oh, I wanted to talk to you guys about this too, and I'll probably bring it up again tomorrow. Vera Bradley. I had no clue about the rebranding, but I did find a bag I really like that they're making. I'm like, I really like this bag. I'm hoping it will go on sale. It's $275. It's not outrageous, but it's their new stuff. I went on their Vera Bradley outlet. Now I can't remember somebody who told me. I think Ivy told me that Vera Bradley was having a percentage sale on their Disney, and I went and looked. So I went to shopdisney.com. It's not on sale there yet, but I did go to verabradleyoutlet.com. It's on sale there, and I did buy a weekender because that is my favorite luggage. I already have two, but I've always got them on super duper clearance, just whatever pattern they had. This was a Disney pattern. I love it. I got it. I feel like okay, Jackie, you don't need this, but you love this. And I just got it. So I did get the Vera Bradley, and I've been listening to a lot of Vera Bradley YouTube videos. There's a controversy around this rebrand. People are not too fond. So how many people here actually have Vera Bradley? Hi, Deborah. Anything. People are not either they love the diehard fans or like they shouldn't change it, but an entire company doesn't rebrand itself if it's doing great. You know? I do, you do, Linda. I have many bags from Vera Bradley. So one of the biggest complaints they had is that the new totes, the straps were shorter. And I'm like, ooh, because that's one of the best things about the tote. And they got rid of the Vera tote, the tote, the tote. They have a tote, but they got rid of the tote. The one that was the Vera tote. And then I have I'm going to have to pull out for tomorrow's live. I'll have to go pull out my Vera that's in my bedroom because I do have quite a few things of Vera. I don't have any Vera Bradley, but I love the one Jackie sent me today. Yeah, that one's gorgeous. Oh, Craig, uh, at least if you order it so I can see it because that is a Craig size bag. You know how hard it is to find a bag in those dimensions? I was like, are you kidding me? This is like the perfect size bag. I like it way better than the new stuff Coach is coming out with. And it's only $275. Hey, Karen. I love the Vera Bradley Disney collaboration. I'm upset they have always done away. Yes, Karen. So, Karen, Karen F, are we? I think I know you, and we're friends on Facebook, and I have a feeling I've purchased a bag from you. Just saying. But no, I got the Vera Bradley Disney one coming in the mail. But apparently the Vera Disney that they're keeping on the website of verabradley.com is their only monotone with the Mickey Mouse embroidered in pattern, which is pretty, but the print patterns, apparently they're gone. But they're not on sale yet at shopdisney.com. So I don't know. I mean, those things are under contract, so I'm assuming the new Vera Bradley looks like a dozen other trendy bag lines boring, says Karen. Linda says, I have many backpacks, totes, wallets, etc., sandals, beach towels. Yeah, I have towels, I have blankets, I have beach towels. Linda says I bought a lot of their masks during the pandemic. Cute patterns they had. Yeah, not me. I'm not face. Okay, wrong Karen asked. Okay. Well, no. So like, I have all this stuff from Vera Bradley, and I like their luggage. I've always thought their luggage sets for college, for dorms, the duffel, the gym bag, the lunch boxes, the work folios, the Metro backpack for school have been great. Now, their handbags, it's hard to wear some of those patterns, with just what I'm wearing, right? This is not so bad, but if I'm wearing a patterned shirt, it's hard to mix patterns. So I get it. And a lot of people said that they love their handbags, but then they discontinue the ones they liked, Um, I bought my daughter a cute print backpack and a nice blanket, but have never owned one myself. So my one backpack just soared in value. Yes, Jennifer. Huh. What pattern, Jennifer? Yeah, I've had many, many patterns of Vera Bradley. I've always preferred the Vera Bradley tote, and I can't remember the tote I have in my bedroom that I used forever before I got the Coach Field Tote 40s that are like the best for my stitching projects, which they also discontinued. Like, hello, you know, I never have the foot patterns were. Oh yeah, Craig, their patterns are bold. There's nothing subtle about Vera Bradley. Nothing. There's nothing subtle. But let me see. I know I had one recently. I don't know where I put it. I still have to go through my bags. I'm putting that off till Saturday, and I've committed to donate some bags to a person who needs some clothing, who happens to be in the size of clothing I have. So I said, I will put a bag of clothing for you. You will not have to buy a thing she's got a new job. So I said, no worries. And so I have to do that this Saturday. So I'll donate some clothing. I'll go through some bags. Um, Vera Bradley fuzzy bathrobes. I have the Java blue. Oh, see, that Java blue was a huge success. And that's the thing. When they had really good successes, they should have just kept them in longer. That Java blue was there for 8 years. And then what happened after that was they kept putting out patterns after pattern after pattern, and they wouldn't let it have a life. They would put it out and then they discontinue it, and they put it out and they discontinue it. And then they did boutique patterns and then they did outlet only patterns. It's just too many, you know. They have had solids. Oh yeah, I've had solids. I have their microfiber. When I was in 2007, I bought a microfiber hipster bag from them for $100, and I still have it because I took it to on my trip to, Europe when I got married, and used it all over Europe. It was fabulous, and I've thrown it in the wash. I love their microfiber. Um, oh yeah, I have to say, oh yeah, I do have that. I forgot I had that bag, Linda. I do have that bag. Oh, I do have that bag. Um, I have to figure out where I put it. Um, yeah, so anyway, it's just been one of those really much harder week than I expected. And it's only Thursday. I didn't even make it to Friday. Friday I will go to work, I will power through it. I will power through it, but it's just like, again, I just never thought this is what I would get judgment for. On I've gotten there's a lot of things I was prepared to be judged on. Um, how I spent money instead of purchasing a dog was not one of them, you know, especially when my personal belief is to just adopt one. And I know there's a fine line between adoption and purchasing, but it's still a line. You like a duck and let it roll off your back, I try, Linda S. I try. Thursdays are rough. Um, Yeah, I try. No, because I was conflicted, Linda. If I wasn't conflicted about this, if I didn't, because I wanted to get Finn, I wanted to get the dog. Both of these Frenchies, I wanted. Um, and I could have figured out how to. I could have sold more stuff. I could have gone to a pawn shop. I could have gone a loan. There's 100 things I could have done. But ultimately, it comes down to if I have to ask for money to help for paying for a bill, I can't just go spend $1,500 on a dog. I just can't. I personally can't do it. Yeah, Jennifer, you're gonna have to catch the replay on that one. It's a lot. It's a lot. You're missing. Yeah, Ravi, you're missing the first like 30 minutes of me ranting. Yeah, so this is one of those what I have to talk about videos was I was offered 2 French Bulldogs, guys, and 2 Shepherds in this past week. So I was offered 4 dogs in the last week, and a lot of judgment happened. Cammy says I always say adopt, but dogs and pet shops need homes too. It's not their fault they end up in a pet store. Um, okay, I got back after that. And here's the thing, I'm not looking for a puppy. Hey, Missy, puppies are normally what you find in pet stores, and puppies are what you find through breeders. I'm looking for an adult dog. I don't need, because we're home, we're gone 10 and 11 hours a day. It's not fair to have a puppy. You can't have a puppy and be gone 10 hours. It's just not fair to the dog at all. So I want a dog that is an adult that needs a home. Visiting mom, want to say hi. Hey, Angela. So and then because James has been doing training on a separate campus, not my campus, I've been having to go to work by myself. So I had to drive in the rain and the fog today. There's so many beautiful mixed dogs that. Oh yeah, native. I agree. There is a line between adoption fees and purchasing. There's a line. There's a line. It might not be a big line. It might not mean anything to some people, but there is a line, and I have to have a line somewhere, right? And my line was, I do adoptions. I go through rescues. I go through organizations. And as soon as you call it a rehoming fee, I feel like that is a purchase. That's not the same thing. There are many, many considerations for buying a living animal. Yes. Yes, Jennifer. Like, it's a lifelong commitment. And if you get that one dog that's the oddball, that's the off one, that's like has all the special needs, that's all yours too. You know? So you can't just say, well, my dog isn't perfect, so I can't keep it. Like, no, you get to keep that one. That's your dog now. I've had friends who've given away pets for vanity reasons, and I'm like, just because you bought a white couch does not mean you take your black cat to the county pound where you know they will be euthanized. And that's what they did. I adopted 2 COVID babies, puppies. I worked from home. Oh, that was rough. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, Ravi. Like, if you have time at home to do it, that's good. Jackie, did you get pet? No, Angela, I did not get one, but I was offered 4 dogs this last week. It's been a rough week. Chris and his husband, I chat with Chris, adopted senior dogs to give them good ends in life. That's freaking awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Hi, hey, Missy, Ravi. I love you for adopting them. Jackie, do you feel better talking to us? Yeah, Dawn, thank you for listening to me rant and rave, everybody. I do feel better talking about it. I needed to talk about it. And James is in the same boat with me. He lets things go. He's just like, just that person's BS and he's over it. I'm the one who's already fallen in love, decided, making plans. How am I going to get this dog? And then, yeah, I'm the one who has to communicate and say, no, we're not getting it. And I'm the one who faces the judgment. It's not James. James, it didn't bother him at all. He's like, that's not our dog. Me was like, well, I wanted it to be our dog. The dog did nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. But that's the thing. Both of those Frenchies will get homes. They'll have homes. They already have a home. They'll find other homes. They'll find their right people. I'm worried about the dog and pound. Okay. Angel, now is the rogue working out for you? Angel, oh, my 4 babies, I would have taken them all. Yeah, 4 babies. Yeah, 4. Angel, well, if somebody had walked up to me and handed me a dog, yeah, I said, okay, they're mine. But they didn't. They were calling and texting and Yeah, allow your heart to heal. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to heal from because what happened with Watson was sudden, and well, yeah, we had a few days to say goodbye, but we could see it coming, but it was still sudden. Like one week we were going on a trip to Tennessee, and the next week we're not. Next week he goes from happy dog to I can't breathe. Um, they're like my kids. I call them the girls. Maya and Pepper. That's so sweet. Um, it's time, Jackie. It's time. It will. Oh yeah, yeah. It will happen. I had a friend that gave up her 1-year-old dog because he misbehaved. I was so angry. See, dogs. Dogs are like okay. Dogs till like depending on the breed, but most of the time up until they're 3 or 4, they're a little rambunctious. Up especially one, you're still a puppy. They're just barely into their teenagehood. They're barely into the okay. If when we had our Catahoula at age 1, he was still growing. He wasn't done growing till age 2. His chest got bigger, and then once he chilled out some, and then he gained a little bit of weight, and then he was in his adult size. You know, it's like yeah, this is people drive me crazy. I had a friend. Yeah, no, and Kimmy. That's usually the case. It's true. People get puppies, and then they get and like my father, he didn't. He when my father's not a good example, but he had shepherds, and shepherds are very well-trained shepherds are amazingly excellent dogs, and they follow commands and rules. That's the type of dog my father wanted. We don't have that dog. We have the dog that sits on the couch, that lays on the furniture, and if you don't like pet fur on your clothes, don't come to my house. If you don't like the dog sitting next to you and smiling at you and licking your face, you're in the wrong house. We have bought cars, we have bought houses for our dogs. I have 2 Shih Tzus, Abby and Frankie. I love them. Angel of the Rescue that took him said he was the most affectionate, positive dog he had was adopted immediately. Well, that's good, Cammy. Then he went to a better home. Jackie Jonas, what a blessing you are. Aw, Dawn, thank you. I don't feel it this week. I don't feel like a blessing. Our move would have been much easier without 4 cats, but that's not what we signed up for. Exactly. You sign them up until when you adopt them, you keep them until there is no more them. That is how or there's no more you. That's just how that works. Um yes, Cammy. Um every single piece of clothing has hair on it no matter what. Yeah, it doesn't matter, especially a pug. I mean, that's like pugs what they do. They shed. Um, I look forward to your. Oh, thank you, Ravi. Yeah. Well, I try. I mean, I'm trying. That's why tomorrow I'm trying to get this out of my system tonight and not bog down my Friday night because I. First of all, I'm not sure if I would have slept tonight very well if I hadn't talked about this because this has been eating at me. I wanted those dogs. You know, I completely forgot to tell you, Malcolm, that damn demon cat bit a chunk of Chanel's. Demon cat bit Chanel's ear? Okay. Demon cat needs its own house, Craig. Demon cat Malcolm loves Travis. He should stay with Travis's room and not the rest of the house. Travis has a game room. Put Malcolm in there. You know? Poor Chanel. Malcolm Malcolm's like a 20-pound Maine Coon, guys, and Chanel's a little itty bitty baby puppy. Well, she's not a puppy, she's an adult dog, but she's a chihuahua. Hmm? I'm sure. Hey, I don't have to tell you guys what I'm dealing with. I know, poor Coco. I don't wish this on anyone, but she's our baby. Yeah, we would be doing the same thing, Coco. I mean, Cammy, we'd be doing the same thing for Coco. Like, I would do the same thing for Watson that you're doing for Coco. If I could, honestly, we couldn't have afforded the eye surgery, but if we could have, we would have. It would have been that. And that's why this next dog I want to get, I do want to get insurance for them. Malcolm's a big cat. Yeah, and it's really hard, especially with dogs with diabetes. And my friend who had 5 cats at one time, she had cats with diabetes, and it's really hard to keep insulin regulated, it's rough. Yeah. Travis said that, oh, he's just no, he was not playing. He bit Chanel's ear. Cats are predators, guys. I know your pain. It took me mine to eye specialist for dogs. Yeah. I know you would, Jackie. Yes, pets insurance. One of my cats have to have his eye removed. Oh, that's rough. I've seen that with more than one cat too. We were very lucky with the Watson that he didn't have any eye problems because he is a pug, and that's pretty common. Shih Tzus too, actually. Shih Tzus and pugs can have eye issues because of their faces and the eye sockets. Um, Aw, Jeanette says Muggle, Muggle. Milo snuggled up to her. Very hard, especially when you have um Cushing's. Cammy, I love that you adore Coco. She's precious. Yeah. Yeah, pets are just again, cats, they're different, but dogs, they're totally dependent on people. Like they can't live in the wild. I think house cats probably could. Maybe not well. That's been proven they're pretty bad hunters, guys. The house cats. But I've had friends with farms and ranches where they have barn cats and they do fine. But and dogs need more than that. They need a little bit more. Well, anyway, I don't want to keep y'all forever. It's been like an hour or so, and I know a bunch of other people are going live. I think I don't know who's going live today, but it's Thursday. It's random. I just wanted to come up here and rant and tell you, yeah, about my week so far. And tomorrow I will probably show you my Vera Bradley collection. And I'm really trying not to buy bags. I'm telling you right now, I'm failing badly. Yeah. Every day is a new struggle, right? So anyway, good night, everybody. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Everybody have a great Friday, and I will see y'all. And hopefully with a better news. No ranting. Um, what happened? No commercials. Oh, Jennifer, I forgot to monetize it. So it'll probably have commercials once I monetize it, but you have to hit the button for monetizing. So if you did get a commercial, YouTube kept the money. Oh well. Good night, guys. Bye.